Oh,
Good evening.
oh, are you all come in? Might have just been how you said good evening, but you
Oh,
didn't sound
sorry.
quite. Are you all right?
Oh, it's just my neck.
Oh, oh my. I see.
But it's fine. It's fine. There is no one really out and about tonight.
Hmm. Oh yes, I keep forgetting to close that gate. Here, come upstairs.
It makes it a little bit easier for me.
Yes, yes. It honestly, I've been a little bit scattered, in my thinking. I've been bouncing projects left and right. If you'd like to sit a moment.
Oh, yeah. I'll just take my usual seat.
Yes, I suppose a good question was what brings you by other than the neck issue?
Oh,
I know we never broached the subject when, you were initially, injured, but it is a good question.
right. I kind of, with everything that's happened, I kind of forgot that I never really talked about it.
Well, I never wanted to pry.
Well, I was stopping by in hopes that the dress was finished.
Oh! I believe I'll have to do some actual proper measurements. Before then, I have the design, all prepared, but for dress, I'll have to do measurements. It shouldn't take me too long. And given that I have the fabrics prepared.
Alright.
But anywho, other than why you stopped by, as we were saying.
Right, yeah, no, right.
It's alright if you don't want to divulge too deeply into details, but considering that you came here and immediately lamented about it, I figured it might be at least helpful to discuss. Even if not at length.
Right. Yeah, I've told the story a few times, really, but long story short, Colton and Gemma have always been strict people, and I've started to realize that I don't really know why. I mean, I know why. I get the whole, like, magic is dangerous and everything like that, but I don't know. I've just been thinking on small details here and there that were always interesting. But being a kid, I wanted to like get out of the house and I guess do something that I normally wasn't allowed to do.
Makes sense.
And it was a night of Dione. Can't really see much. It's dark, and well, I got lost, and there was a light, and I followed it. And it was, I believe, a blue wisp.
Oh.
So, it didn't... So instead of taking my life or leading me to death like they normally do from what I've read, I ended up with a curse.
Oh. Curse.
And I don't entirely know what the end goal of this curse is, but my skin has been turning black.
Oh.
And I don't know, I feel like as of lately I've gotten more easy to anger, a little more aggressive. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think I'm getting to a point where I really need to like actually get in gear and try to figure that out more.
Yes, I was going to say. I was also going to say that, of course, I'm not an expert, and goodness knows I've way too many books on my hands to have much reading material. But from my understanding, of course, it's not popularized, but it is understood that most wisps do lead to death. But from my understanding, at least from the books my mother had, is that they led more to fate rather than death exclusively.
Hmm.
Of course, that depends on if you believe in fate as a whole regard, but that's its own separate discussion. So the only aggression and I'll be honest, I don't exactly know too much about curses.
No, it's okay.
I'm sure you could discern the fact that I myself, from my own situation, am quite clueless, so I may not be of much help other than, I suppose, suggestions as well as comfort.
No, it's alright. It's alright. I'm sure I'll
this is
figure
very
it out.
scary.
It has been. It has been. But on that quest I told you about, I mentioned that the wolf, if that's what we're going to call it, mentioned that I was in contact with the right people and that things will get better. I mean, things are going to get worse before, which is terrifying, but things will get better from what the wolf said. So hopefully I'm continue down the right path because, you know, I would assume things could change.
Well, again, it depends on if you truly believe in fate or not.
I don't think anything's really set in stone.
It's fair enough. I feel like it'd be a little, pessimistic to assume that everyone is destined for a particular, set of tragedy.
Yeah.
More like an author, an author going on a power trip, who can get the most pain. Goodness knows I'd probably win a lottery on that, but...
Man, I wonder who our authors are.
I wonder. I wonder.
Well, enough about that.
Fair enough. I appreciate you giving me the context. I'm very sorry that happened, and I assume, with how you spoke of them and continue to speak of them, that whatever previous parental figures you had did not take so kindly to such.
No.
I'm
Basically,
very sorry.
The last conversation I had with them, well, kind of, Gemma, she didn't say anything. She didn't even look at me. Colton, on the other hand, we had a bit of a one-sided argument, I suppose, and, well, I got kicked out.
Oh. I assume that's why you were living it. That's why you've been living as you had? Have?
Honestly, if it
so sorry.
weren't for Silas, I don't think I would have made it as far as I did.
Oh. Goodness.
I've mentioned
I'm glad
before.
to see at least. Oh, go on.
I mentioned before, but as a kid, when Silas was over, he would. Looking back, they were 100% all schemes and like survival skills, but he made them games.
Yes.
Like there was one time, where we built a hut in the forest, and he said it would be a cool little tree house to go hang out in. And another time he taught me how to get out of handcuffs.
Oh.
He
My goodness. Well, I suppose it's a useful skill. I suppose it depends on the lifestyle you lead.
Yeah.
I'm glad you still have some support, regardless of specific family titles. Of course, some family is just what you decided to be, so.
Right.
That tends to be the best. Let me... I should take this up. I should clean all of this, in fairness. Let me go upstairs. I have the at least the forms of the dresses. I didn't know exactly, so... let me go upstairs, put some of this away.
Alright.
And I will be back with the thing, with your things.
Dresses. Do you make a second one? I think I'll just compile these real quick.
Okay, I return.
I went ahead and put some of the stuff on the table.
Oh, thank you. I am going to quickly... I should have... Going to grab some string from the attic, but after that we will try on your dresses.
Oh, okay. Suppose I could take a look at some of the books. Seems like a lot of stories, maybe some autobiographies, maybe some history. I wonder what Gabriel would think of the archive. I wonder if Gabriel's been to the other library. Though I'm not sure. It might be vacant. It might have been abandoned unless the town takes over it. I don't know.
Really should keep most of this stuff together. I did find an extra sewing needle that was upstairs. So, main thing, of course, is, given that it is new, I will take a moment to, just make sure I have the measurements correctly, and when you actually have it on, we can adjust as needed. But if you would, just stay still for a moment.
Oh, okay. Got the first one on. I know that he knows, but... okay. It's fine.
One moment, Jen. That's an empty book. Is that there? Oh!
I...
Oh, you look sad. What's wrong?
It's... No, the dress is lovely, it's just... me.
Hmm? Oh, yes, I suppose it's a little well, it's not. I truly am a mess today, apologies. Suppose it's a little concerning seeing all of that you've just explained on full display, I'm sorry.
No, it's... I just... you don't seem that phased.
Well,
I don't
things
understand how it doesn't bother you to look at me.
Jem, in all fairness, I don't think I would be of any right to judge you, considering the things that I've, subjected others to on things I don't quite understand. More than anything, I'm concerned for you. rightfully so, as you've explained. And there's several things I still feel deserve an answer that I don't exactly quite have. So to judge you for something that isn't exactly your choice either is unfair. I wouldn't do that to you. Not intentionally.
Thanks. Also, I didn't know you were making me 2 dresses.
Oh, yes. I suppose, as I said, I've been quite a mess, and just inspiration for several different things have sparked up for several different reasons. Speaking of which, I should put this away. But I was happy to do it. It looks amazing. Other than the concern, it looks amazing, and honestly, slightly compliments anything that's happening. I'm trying to be positive. I don't want to worry you more than you seem. Hold on. Could you look up for me, darling? Oh no, okay. I just said not wanting to alarm you, but it seems it's gone further up your neck.
I know.
Okay. As long as you're aware. But other than that, it seems quite well tailored. Of course, I'll have to fix a few things here and there. But other than that, do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I feel bad that it won't really get seen much, but seen really. I'll wear it in the house.
Yeah. Well, there are different occasions for different outfits. This particular outfit I have on is my new coat. I didn't realize you'd be coming over today, and I had a plan to work on the bridge. Coat. But of course, you've seen many other outfits of my own that I wear for different occasions.
Yes, you always look very nice.
Thank you. I figured you could do the same. Granted, I didn't realize how particular your situation with the darkened skin was, so it makes sense you wouldn't wear this out. But for more casual occasions and with people you trust that already know, I'd assume you could wear it anytime you'd like. I know you're more than welcome to stop by with this.
I'd probably have to change into it if I did.
Yes, true. Could make you a cloak to go with it if you wish to just wear that to color it, so you don't have to change.
I'll have to consider it.
Again, corsets in particular. If it's any discomfort or too loose, I can figure it out. But it's not my forte.
No, it's fine. I'm comfortable.
Of course. Alright, again, being scatterbrained. If this feels quite alright, of course I did some adjustments on the fly, but if it feels alright, you should be good to take it.
Alright.
The next one,
Okay. Everything's covered. This is a lot more comfortable.
Oh my.
This one's really cute.
I'm glad you like it.
I like it a lot.
The shade of blue definitely goes quite well with everything.
Thank you.
Though I will admit, considering the fabric itself, the stuff that was meant to be more white turned a little bluer than expected.
I like it.
But considering the end result, I don't quite mind if you don't.
I don't mind at all.
Let me see. Specifically, I'm a little worried about this. Seems to be on better than I expected. Same goes for the skirt. Does it feel quite alright to you?
Yeah, it does.
Excellent. Of course, you'll have to actually wear it around a bit before you can decisively say everything's comfortable. But as it stands, it Everything well?
I look forward to wearing this around.
Oh, I'm quite glad. I'm also especially glad considering your concern about the other outfit that this seems to, not show anything.
As a thanks, I could always make you another painting.
Oh, no thanks in particular for that needed, but I did mention the other day that I wanted another painting. But it doesn't need to be as thanks.
Well, sure, but
I appreciate making things for you. Just had an extra empty book. If you'd like, I could, write out some of the details about the painting.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
You can sit again. My pace. I did trying to remember exactly what I mentioned, to you already about it. If you recall anything at all, specifically, I know I don't.
I don't think. I know you mentioned something with snow.
Okay, pull the chair back again. Specifically what I was imagining, maybe... suppose it's just because it's been on my mind more so than not. I was thinking of something as a kind of a nod, tribute, whatever you might call it, to my mother.
That's right.
And I'm not sure if I mentioned it previously, but her name was Fawn, and she did have a fondness for them, fondness for deers. So I think it'd be as ironic as it is as a memory for her to get a painting.
That's very sweet
of a fawn.
And again, I would love to do that.
I'd appreciate it. Let me actually write it.
No, I don't want to go forgetting again.
No, it's not. Of course, I'm not the most familiar with paintings, and I'm no artist, but do as you can, the best you can. I don't need anything specifically complex. I don't know exactly your process or what you're best at. Just something akin to the request would be more than I could ask for.
We'll take very good care of it. And also, maybe it's not in the same way, but you are an artist, Gabriel.
Oh, thank you. I try my best. I'm mostly, a lot better with things that I can, suppose make with my hands rather than, visualize. Though, with dresses and I have, suppose when I was younger formed a habit of sketching out what I thought, even if it wasn't the best, but that's more perfectionist in me speaking rather than practical skill.
Well?
Basically an idea of just a fawn curled up in the snow.
Yes, I will start it soon.
Appreciate it. Well, other than I know you came for the dresses, but if there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to do so. I know I'm happy to see you, regardless.
There's nothing that I can think of at the moment. I think if I can get home and start working on this, that would be nice. So, it's always lovely to see you.
I'm glad. Though, one moment. since you shared a little bit about your dilemma, and I know we've had brief mentions of mine, I suppose I could, only feels fair, I suppose. You need to continue to keep trying to give gifts to one another to feel like we're equal. And this isn't necessarily a gift per se, but it feels only right to share something. If, you shared some of yours, and suppose I can walk out as we speak, or walk you out as we speak.
Alright. You don't have to, though.
No, I know, it just feels appropriate. Especially since I said if there's anything I can do to help with, your current problems, I figured I might as well get your perspective on mine. In particular, a current case that I've been looking into, has to do with, I suppose the predicaments of my own, but, in recent, not exactly very recent, but in recent, there's been a few people that have been attempting to help me figure out exactly, I wish I was better at words when less prepared. Help me figure out exactly, a certain thing that was gnawing at me. Specifically the thing I mean that's been gnawing at me is, since the incident with Lynx, there's a specific space I ran off to after I left the note for you about the horses, and of course that's been long past, but, there's a space that I ran off to, and it kind of boggled my mind. Specifically, it's a space that I believe, if you remember the painting up there, yes? That my parents, myself, and a friend of mine. There is a particular, thing about her that I never particularly questioned. I suppose where she came from, and recent, less recent, but semi-recent knowledge makes me assume that she had a history that I really should have questioned, because, well, she kind of dragged me into her own problem, as, I'm sure you can infer based on mine that you've seen. And with that, and specific the type of things I found, in the place that I went to, when I ran off, I actually got to look around at it afterwards, when I came to, and taking a look around and finding what I did, it's clear why I should have been at least a little more concerned, because, I found that, as well as something else, but I don't have the other one in hand.
Subject status alive? It seems that despite previous records, the subject is alive. Mayhaps it was accurate to record the incident as a near-death comatose state rather than full-on death. Though the rumors of this fable's second chance was thrown around for the more gossiping of the staff, the team in charge of the incident have ruled that it is not the chance in this instance. The subject herself seems confused as to what happened, and nothing as of yet will be or has been disclosed to her. We need not confuse her further with the matters of the organization. For her safety and the safety of staff, a temporary holding cell has been forged until further tests can ensure nothing fundamentally has changed with the subject physically or otherwise. Further observation is needed for a full report of subject state of being. Notes: it has been issued we move the subject's father's study quarters further into the crypt as to prevent issues with conflict of interest. This is not a place for sentiment. Oh.
Yeah, that's not great.
You said she dragged you into her mess.
For lack of better term, yeah.
So, are you implying that she did this to you?
Suppose so, yes. Here, let's... I'm so much better when I have time to prepare what I want to say, but... Specifically, with all of this, as I said, I really should have questioned it from the start. With her in specific, she was always, just more of a mystery than I suppose I really should have let it be. She, we met basically over there in that graveyard. I won't go past the bridge before we continue. We basically met over there one day, and I just found her wandering alone. And more than question what happened, I just decided that I saw someone that looked like they came out of a situation that wasn't great, and I brought her back up there to make sure she was okay. I didn't question what happened. I should have. And from what I can assume, based on something else, there's another book upstairs that I didn't bring, but based on all logical assumption, that I assume the person that was in this book as well was her, and I never thought to ask what happened or why. For years, she seemed normal, and I suppose that's what I wanted her to be. I needed a friend more than anything, and I suppose she did too. But I suppose nothing good lasts for long in some cases, and when I say she dragged me into a mess, I mean it quite, not literally, but almost literally. That there was a day that I did question. I did bring myself to ask. And she had wandered off outside of the castle and went off to the graveyard. I knew she did, and I never followed her. I never asked why she went off on her own till the day I did. And I suppose this, what you've seen and what I've explained is what became of me, leaving only me to deal with it.
You are a very kind person. And when you found her, you two were just kids, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's awful that you've had to deal with this, and I hope that you're able to find more answers.
I plan to. But it's also kind of why I asked it. I wanted to show you this. I wanted your thoughts. And there's a few others that I've discussed this with. Specifically, given that it's the graveyard, I'm not sure if you've seen, but I've made some efforts into cleaning it up.
Yes.
And marking out where a wall would be, as well as lightening the place. But I haven't made those efforts alone. I've discussed with the grave digger that was in between the towns. Since they know the dead better than, I suppose, as well as respecting the dead more than most would. I've been meaning to make an effort to go down back where I, ran off to and found all of this, with them when all is said and done, but also, I know you may not be the biggest fan, but I've also made discussions with, Lady Faust, Myra, seeing exactly what else we can find about this.
If I'm being honest anymore, I don't think I'm really upset with her anymore. I mean, how do I put this? I think it was... There's so much to it. On one end, she's a doctor, and if she really does have the ability to help, it still is aggravating that she turned me away. But I guess at the same time, people do what they have to keep themselves safe.
Yes.
Regardless, I don't dislike her as much as I used to.
That's good. That's good. I just wanted to be mindful of what I know you've already mentioned. Regardless, as I was saying, I know that, as you said, she's a doctor and she has more medical knowledge than, I suppose, most others. So I mentioned this to her, in turn. And at some point we are going to go back down. I'll show you where exactly I speak of. to avoid. I do plan on fixing this bridge. Apologies.
It's fine. I think at some point I've developed a fear of water.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
But specifically, I plan to go down there with Lady Frost and see what we can find on the matter. Since she is a medical doctor, if we find anything of that regard, she might understand it better than I. And I plan specifically to go down there with her before I touch anything with the gravedigger. Because if anything is shifted while we're looking, we might disrupt what we're looking for. Oh, it's just this way.
Oh.
I don't mean to bring you straight to the gate. I won't go down, but specifically it's down here that I...
It's a very, very long way down.
Yes, in specific, originally when I came down, I didn't notice until I was brought back up by Mr. West and Thimble that right about where you're standing was an old pickaxe.
Oh.
Clear evidence that someone had dug their way out of wherever this is. From my understanding, we believe it's a crypt, but evidence suggests it was more than just that.
I can't imagine.
Yes.
That's a long, long way to dig out.
Yeah. I never really looked through the graveyard too much when I was younger. So much I should have done, but it's no point in regret. At least for this. Besides, I'm figuring out what to do now, because I feel like I don't just bring this up and suggest it just to bring up parts of what I'm parts to share. I do this specifically as a way to show that I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on with me as well. Since I never questioned her, and Cleo suggests something happened,
Well,
I think it's smarter than not to actually look into it.
I'm glad to hear that there's been a little change in that mentality of yours.
I've been trying for the better, to be a little more positive, be more social.
You're doing well.
I know. Thank you.
We'll both get the help we need, I'm sure of it.
Specifically, as I said, I've been trying to be more positive and be more social. Specifically, I know when I told West in specific about certain things, he said he was impressed with how I handled certain things already, but there's a part of me that wants to do even better sounds a little presumptuous, but there's certain things I know that I don't do well. I know immediately when we first met that things were far harder than they currently are. So there's some progress at the least. But I want to do more.
Even if neither of us are exactly human anymore, never thought I would say that. Yes. Something's happening clearly. We're people.
Yeah.
And we can only do so much at a time. Give me one moment. Okay.
I know I should light up the area even further, but one project at a time.
Yes. But no, it seems like the cleaning up the graveyard is going well.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say the lack of human terms. Myra, I think as well as West, pointed out a thing that they think all of this is, with me in specific. I'm sad that you might not have the exact same, but they said something, a vampire of some kind, vampirism, if you're familiar with the term.
Yes, yes.
And again, I'm not exactly the most educated on the matter. That's I suppose why I'm working with Myra, and I should get back to West.
It seems the most likely.
Again, I'm not entirely the most familiar with the term. I'll have to look into it more specifically if there's anything as well that you know. Apologies for wandering. You said it was going well and I wanted to show you.
I had a few books from West myself. I've since returned them, but... they all had very similar symptoms.
I wasn't entirely certain if we should include this in the gate, so I just left it open.
Yeah, I believe this belongs to the farm that's right on the other side, so it's best...
Yes, I do believe.
it's best to leave it be, I'd say.
If I could get in contact with whoever owns it, I could arrange something properly. I don't wish to step on any toes.
I'm not sure.
It's the problem, neither am I.
Well, if you have anything else you want to say or show me, now would be the time before I get heading.
Oh, yes, I haven't been doing too much other than what we just discussed, which it's no issue. I'm working on the castle, which you asked me for, which I'm
Where are we going?
I was just heading back to the path.
Okay, my home is that way, so...
Well, I figured it'd be easier for you to walk from the path, from the town, but again, I'm not certain. I could walk you straight home. I know where it is.
Oh, you don't have to travel all the way.
Well, I mean, I'm already settled for travel with the coat I'm wearing.
Yeah, I suppose we've come this far. Let me look at the map.
The way I know how to get to is from the building that's right there.
Oh, I mean...
and it should be a relatively straight, if not slightly to the right shot. But going from behind here...
yeah, I'm curious to see the way that you know.
Well, I'm surprised I even remembered this when as I said, I ran to write you a note before disappearing down that hole.
I remember.
I really could have just walked from there. Hold on.
I can also get us there. I do know where.
No, I know. I know. I know you know where your home is. I'd hope so.
Oh, I need to eat. I could give myself an auto feeder, but then when there's lore, I want to eat, you know?
True.
Can't leave this picture. Okay.
So that I could have just went straight from the thing, but we looped around. I don't think there's anything else in particular I wish to say, or point out, other than what I've been working on. I suppose I should ask how, other than the things you've talked about, how you've been.
I don't think I've been too bad, honestly.
That's good, that's good. I know that ox occasion was, quite something.
I had a really nice time.
I'm glad. Not particularly my forte, but it seemed nice.
There's the bridge.
You're probably wondering why I looped around. It's easier for me to know where I'm going with a landmark. Rather than just wandering.
I haven't heard from Silk in a minute. I should leave a little gift at its door at some point.
Hmm.
Well, before we really knew each other that well, we had a habit of leaving stuff at each other's doorsteps because we were so close to each other's homes.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't believe I've... No, I have probably met them. My mistake. I haven't spoken to them exactly, too much, but they seemed... Gem? Okay. They seemed, I don't have the right word for it. I wish I did.
It's alright.
I suppose I'm not one for exact words today. Part of the reason why I want people to write rather than just showing up. I didn't mind you showing up, but
I did forget to write.
The entire reason. So it's quite fine. It's not the only reason, but it's part of it. You're fine.
Well,
Liz, it was it was wonderful to see you.
as
do
always.
Tell me.
To you as well.
Tell me how your dresses suit. Again, as I suggested, if specifically you wanted something for the other one to be able to wear out, but still have it so you don't have to change, I could also make you a corresponding cloak.
I will definitely get back to you on
Also,
that.
or I could make I could make you extra gloves. I know I consistently wear gloves of leather, so I could attempt to even make boots or stockings of some kind. Something to make it more wearable, since it'd be a shame just to wear it merely indoors.
I'll let you know.
Of course, of course.
Well, I suppose this is good night.
Good night. I probably will be finishing up that bridge project I mentioned, but you have a wonderful rest of your evening, Jen.
You as well. I'll see you soon.
You as well. Do be safe.
You as well. It's almost hard to say bye sometimes.